Universalists are attacking America by eliminating the American way from Superman's creed. How are they doing that? By enlisting the help of George Takei, Mr. Sulu. The Universalists won't stop at Superman. They got their sights now on James Bond. The Universalists are now trying to recruit an LGBTQ actor to play James Bond. James Bond walks into a gay bar, but should he? No, they don't want him. Make sure you go to my galactic webshop and enter code GAYSUPERMAN for 25% off your next order.
It's time once again for Let's Sue Disney! Well, hello there, and welcome to another exciting episode of Let's Sue Disney. Let's meet today's contestants. Let's say hello to our returning champion. She's an Avenger, the star of Black Widow, and the latest woman to accuse Disney of unfair business practices. Meet Scarlett Johansson. She's the star of La La Land, and said yes to being in the worst idea for a Disney film since Tomorrowland and A Wrinkle in Time. Meet Emma Stone. And finally, let's meet today's challenger. She's the wife of John Krasinski, and the reason why Scarlett Johansson became Black Widow in the first place. Say hello to Emily Blunt! What does Marvel boss Kevin Feige have to say about all this? We'll find out today on Let's Sue Disney!
Coming up on the CW, it's prom night, and love is in the air.
Until it's time to throw down.
Sam and Miguel share a tender moment.
But look who's crashing the party.
Watch as young couples share a romantic dance.
And fight. And dance fight.
Be sure to watch an extra special episode
of Kung Fu High Prom Night.
All right, it's enough of that. Hey.
Woot. I'm leveling.
You're leveling?
We're leveling.
Yeah, Mega's in the back. She's playing Elden Ring. So we're going to check in on that every so often. Yeah.
I'm just grinding on this one area that's like really easy to kill 3 guys.
Yes. Morbid Fury, Australian 5. Thank you guys for the monetization. Well, I got the mic working, so that's something. How's everybody in the chat? Let's see. Cleric is in the chat. Howdy. Morbid loves that slap clip. Mr. MH, congratulations on getting mic working. Thank you very much. Kung Fu High. Senior Sticks. Hi, Nappers. Michael Miller. So to my source Friday confirmed Kurtzman, both confirmed Kurtzman is renewed. Why am I slurring? I spoke to my sources on Friday, both confirmed Klutzman is renewed. No movies are in development, no new series are ordered beyond the previous stuff announced. Contract ends in April of 2023. So the nightmare is nearly over. Let's hope you're right, Michael. Listen, let's hope you're right. 5. We got a super chat. Here's 5 to send Rob the Galactic Star Cruiser and have him moon KK fun. Okay.
Guess what, Rob?
What?
Guess what? You don't have to share your super chats with people. They're all for you.
They're all for me.
So you're reading them. They're for you.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I got to share it with Google.
Well, yeah, with Google, but and the IRS, but you know.
Well.
You're working for you now. You don't have to do what other people say.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. It's your channel. You can do what you want. What do you want to do with your channel?
You know what? I want to drink some beer. I'll do that in a minute. Okay.
I was trying to segue into you covering your first topic, if that's your first topic.
Well, yeah. Well, it'll be. It's not gonna be my first topic right away. Okay. Oh, we got Mr. MH, 2 Australian for monetization. Thank you very much, sir. Shots, SHOTS, shots.
Yay.
That's right. So okay. I
Get
want
yourself
to
a
talk
beer.
about this. I don't have the story up anymore. Shoot. So, okay, I watched this Halo deal. Not Plus. Not host stream, most streamed. Okay. Okay, it's Collider here. Because when we want news, we go to Collider.
Ugh.
Said no one ever.
See, I just think they're advertising something to me. They just.
Oh yeah, I mean, Halo breaks record at Paramount Plus, becoming most watched original series within 24 hours. That's not a high bar, guys.
But Star Trek Discovery and Picard and Star Trek.
It sounds like why? Who the hell is Rupert Wyatt? Do I know that name?
No.
Let me see who that is. Rupert Wyatt is director. He directed The Escapist. Don't know who that is. I do not know who that is. I think I've heard of The Escapist. Paramount Chief of Programming Tanya Giles said the following Halo's success thus far. Bringing Halo to life as a streaming series has been one of the most rewarding efforts for Paramount Plus to date. Oh, please. Please.
They didn't even watch. They didn't even play the video games or look at a Let's Play before they started their show. They're like, we don't want it to be anything like the game.
No. And to me, that's insane. Shish Rebels, George Takei, I'm happy for you, Rob. Oh my. So, most rewarding efforts, Paramount Plus today. We could not be more thrilled than, at the massive fan responses.
I'm not a fan of the show. I watched it. But I'm not a fan of the show, but I watched it.
No, I'm not a fan of the video game either. I know of the video game. I played about 10 minutes. I know it's a very deep lore.
See, I played like maybe 3 hours of one of them, of the third game of single player mode.
I said, okay, all right, this is kind of fun.
Yeah. I got lost.
Speaking of video game, how's whatchamacallit going? How's Elden Ring going?
I am I need my controller cord back. Because my friend is helping me set up the other computer.
When can I do channel memberships? I don't know. I got to look into that. I don't want to do channel memberships until I start pumping out regular content. That's the thing. Mm-hmm. Until I can start pumping out some regular content, then I'd like to hold.
Well, I mean, you can like set up like, okay, for channel memberships.
I know, but like I said, I don't want to charge people for channel memberships if they're not getting regular content.
That's true. Well, you just have to like make sure you set up like, here's your reward. I'm terrible at it. Hold me to that, people.
So okay. Yeah. Well, anyway.
I think it's more if they want to support you and all your work.
I know. They know but I would like to have something in place for them to.
Yeah, that's true. That's true too. That's understandable.
Because the last thing I want to do is feel like I'm taking advantage of anybody.
Well, you could have a monthly call-in like session with, or like an answer.
Yeah, I could have private stream. We could do private.
Yeah, you private stream where Pope Bob Iger gives advice.
And now here is Pope advice from Pope Bob Iger.
I think you probably want to just figure out some sort of rewards too.
Baby steps there. Baby steps.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you can at 2,000 subs. It might be like 30,000.
Not playing the game is stupidity. It's like doing a film about Dracula without reading the book. Researching Nosferatu and Vlad Dracul.
Yeah.
Along with phenomenal partners, the Showtime 243 Industries and Amblin and Television, we cannot wait for fans to experience more of this incredible universe. Halo has been delighting video game fans since its inception in 2001. I was in a Circuit City once, and a kid came up $1 short, and he wanted to buy Halo. And he was in line. I was next in line, and here you go. Here's $1. There you go. Oh, gee, thank you, mister. No problem. So... show stars Pablo Schreiber in the lead role as Master Chief Petty Officer John 117. Supporting cast includes Shabana Azmi as Admiral Margaret Parangoski, Natasha Kolzak as Riz-028, Olive Gray as Miranda Keys, Charlie Murphy, not the same Charlie Murphy though, as McKee, Danny Sapani as Captain Jacob Keys, Bokeem Woodbine as Soren 066. Natasha, there's 2 Natashas on the show? What are the odds?
A lot of people really, really into Rocky and Bullwinkle when they were naming kids.
I guess
the
so.
odds. That's the odds.
Catherine Elizabeth Halsey. Oh, I kind of like her. Yeah, she's good. She was good. The doctor lady. Yeah, she was pretty good. That's about it. Pretty good.
Doctor lady.
Yeah, Dr. Lady. Jen Taylor reprises her role as the voice of Cortana in the series, AI modeled after the brain of Dr. Halsey. Paramount Plus also has some upcoming originals. Programs keep you entertained. The Offer, starring Miles Teller's still around. Really? One movie stream a month where you're begging for mercy would be worth a chance.
See, that would be good. Like your first one would have to be Ghostbusters because we were trying to figure out a good way to incorporate it. Oh. And we just didn't have time because like we just happened to look and I'm like, well, just check. And it's like, oh, turn on monetization. I'm like, congratulations, you're monetized. Because I was asking him like
starring the Miles Teller and Matthew Good, which tells the story of the origins of beloved God. Oh, come on. Oh, no. I don't want to know an origin. They told the origin in The Godfather Part 2 with Robert De Niro. No. There's also Star Trek Strange New Worlds, as several series from Taylor Shaler. Don't know who that is. Taylor Sheridan. Taylor Shaler? I messed up that name royally. Taylor Sheridan, writer, Hell or High Water. Oh, the guy's on Yellowstone. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't look like and Tulsa King with Sylvester. I almost said it again. Sylvester Stallone. Landman with Billy Bob Thornton. Lioness starring Zoe Saldana. So look, all right. You know what? Like I said, if you have 3 people watching Star Trek Picard, and all of a sudden you have 12 people watching Halo, guess what?
A lot more people than 12 watched Halo. I believe it's getting the viewership.
Well, like I said, being the most watched thing on Paramount Plus isn't that big an accomplishment.
Well, yeah, it's like the 3rd most popular streaming service, but you've got to remember that it goes from like Netflix to Disney Plus, which owns Hulu, and then you basically have your Netflix and your Disney Plus right now are kind of like Apple and Samsung. You know, that's your Google Play Store and your App Store, your Apple App Store. Okay. And Paramount Plus is like 3rd rate of nothing.
The Godfather show is about how they got the movie made. Okay, all right. That's different. But like I said, at the same time, it's I'm not that enthused about anything on Star Trek. Not Star Trek. It might as well be Star Trek. Anything on Paramount Plus. I mean, there's not a whole lot there. Did the CGI characters look the characters look CGI? My take on Halo is this. On the Halo, listen, you like it, great. Okay, fine. I'm not going to stop anybody from liking it, which is a rather mature way of putting it.
Well, it wasn't that bad. It just wasn't good.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't bad. It's just not anything special.
It's so
not
90s.
Anything special. It's not this. And granted, I always say not everything needs to be this mind-blowing, life-altering event. Okay, but to me, This looked like a 90s sci-fi property. On Halo, Kurtzman's Shadow showrunner. Oh, showrunner. He ousted a showrunner and taking over season 2. Part of the reason it moved from Showtime to Paramount Plus. Oh God, if that's true, then God help us all. The last showing, Sci-Fi Cred revealed that they were fighting deuterium, a hydrogen isotope, and super abundant all over the universe. Okay. Yeah, so hydrogen is technically the most abundant element in the universe, which is why we want to get people on. That's why we want to get this hydrogen fuel cell stuff get going. How is the acting? The score, the musical score wasn't bad. The acting
wasn't memorable.
Wasn't memorable, but it's just like generic kind of background music. I'm trying to
It's
find
very noticeably diverse.
Yes, it's very diverse. Quote unquote, very diverse.
Yeah. Which as somebody, like, I don't really remember these characters from the games other than Master Chief, and so I don't know who got swapped or anything, who's true to character, but
yeah,
the kid he's trying to save is really unlikable.
Yeah, the kid's a little butt knocker.
Yeah.
I don't like the kid Quan.
Mm-mm.
I don't like. There's a lot. It's weird. There's a lot to not like about this show. There really is, which is a weird way of putting it.
But I think for me, I don't have that personal investment to hate it in comparison to.
I don't
like I do Star Trek, I think.
Yeah, I don't have a personal investment in Halo either.
Yeah, so I'm trying to think how I'd describe it to somebody who's really attached to the Halo stuff.
Which is kind of which I think is it gives me and you an advantage that neither of us are really invested in it.
Yeah.
And so
unlike Star Trek,
about it.
Yeah.
Yes, actually, yes, they did. Yeah, they took off the helmet.
Yeah.
The end of the first episode, they took off Master Chief's helmet, and he's just some scruffy white guy, which kind of surprised me because I thought they were going to make him black.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
Why not, right?
The Asian girl is the show's lead. And listen, the whole thing about
she's just terrible though. The Quan chick,
the whole thing about having the lead character being someone other than Master Chief. Okay, it's an interesting idea because of trying to portray this character through someone else's eyes as sort of an audience POV character, but it doesn't work here. It really doesn't. It doesn't work. It's there's a lot of contrivance to it. There is it's badly executed is the word I'm looking for. Oh, go ahead, eat a cupcake. I'm not going to stop anybody from eating a cupcake. If people want to eat cupcakes, hey, I'll eat cupcakes. I'm looking at Halo, the game here.
Okay.
Yeah.
First one?
Yeah. I'm looking at Halo on Steam here.
Do I still have the third game?
Probably. You probably still. They pull a Stallone move. Well, okay, and I understand. Yeah, it is seriously. It sounds like it sounds like a ripoff of Mandalorian. It is. It does share a lot with Mandalorian. It does share a lot of things in common with Mandalorian. You have you have a lot of
R-rated Mandalorian.
It is an R-rated. A lot of the action is over the top, but you kind of expect it to be in a video game adaptation. It's pretty gruesome. A lot of the kill scenes. Is that a good way to put it? It's gory.
Yeah, it's really gory. That's what
I said yesterday. That why in the year 2252 are we still are they still using Kalashnikovs? And somebody had said about how, oh yeah, you know what? Sometimes the low tech stuff is better because it's easy to train on. It's more abundant. Okay, I get that, but you'd think there'd be something better in that would have been invented in the last 400 or 500 years than just rifles that use gunpowder.
I mean, here's the issue is like, why are we trying to humanize this guy with having this protect the child thing? It's a shooter where you shoot aliens.
Yeah,
That's what it should be. It should be an action thing where we follow the team of what were they called? Spartans.
Spartans, yeah.
We would follow them around, just going and saying, "Oh shit, it's real." Everybody on that camp should have died, and the next thing should have been, it should have spent less time on the town of the Spartans, or not the Spartans, the town of the Aquans village. Because they would have they're all wiped out anyway. It should have wiped everybody out.
And the other thing is too,
and then we go off on this war. It should be a war series. This should be like Stargate.
Yeah.
Where we go planet to planet to try and figure out where they're having bases, where these people are, like, not just running and saving this crapping kid.
Well, the other thing too is they're desperately trying to humanize Master Chief. So I can pull up a picture of some if you people want to see it with.
I don't need him to be humanized. He's the video game shooter.
Yeah, I mean, like I said,
He's
his job.
With a gun.
Epstein's Ghost for Pope Rob monetized. What the? Congratulations, Hail Rob, Hail Mecca in chat. Okay, thank you very much, Epstein's Ghost. Apparently, the CGI was mediocre, thoroughly mediocre. So okay, here is. I pulled up a picture. Like I said, they desperately want to humanize Master Chief. And this, again, it comes from the Save the Cat beat sheet style of writing. So, spoiler, there he is. So that's him. Just some big dude guy.
No offense to the actor. I mean,
no. Listen, I don't blame the actor one bit. He took a part. He got a paycheck. Great. Amaranth for the win. $1. Thank you very much. I mean, like I say, he took a part. He got paid. Great. Yeah, hey, listen, I don't begrudge him one bit. But you got to know that this is not going to end well. This is not going to help your career. I'm sorry. Maybe it will. Maybe it won't. Who am I to say? However, I have to think that going into this, as soon as they said we didn't play the video game, I'm like, what? How can you not play the video game?
Or at least watch a Let's Play. I can understand not having the dexterity or, I'm not a gamer, so watch a Let's Play.
Let me take a look at this. Showrunner explains why we didn't look at the video games from Slash Film.
Because they're assholes?
Because they're jackass. Yeah, well, assholes, yeah. Screen Rant, this is always good for a laugh. I know someone did national service in Romania, used AK-47s or 74s. Apparently, they're really heavy and not that accurate. They do the job, but are in the cheap and cheerful mold. Yeah, I mean that's one of the things. I mean, they're the most reproduced small arm in the world. They're abundant. They're cheap to make. There's countless knockoff / clone versions. And they get the job done. And I mentioned this yesterday, and apparently what happened the M16, that there's a new variant of the M16. There's the M4 rifle now. That is the standard issue, I believe, for the U.S. military. But I digress. The AK-47, it doesn't jam. It's reliable. It's easy to maintain, and that's why it's used by a lot of different military services around the world. There's been instances where they could. There was a guy I know said to me that they wanted something Easy enough to use for the most illiterate Russian farmer. That was his words, not mine. And when the M16 was invented, there was a variation of the M14 minigun. The rifle was good, but they said that the DOD and Department of Defense and the Pentagon, they said, nope, it's the velocity of the bullet's too fast. So they changed the powder, which caused it to jam. It would gum up the barrel, it'd gum up the pin, the firing pin, I believe, and it would cause it to jam. And there were soldiers in Vietnam that it would jam on them in combat, and they would desperately try to take the rifle apart. I mean, in the middle of combat and clean it. They would carry cans of WD-40 with them. Hold on, let me see. There was here it is. Found it, actually. The military actually issued a comic book about what to do when the M16 jams on you.
Hmm.
Like I said, I know I'm getting off topic here, but I mean, like I said, this is actually.
You know, like say Halo is boring in so many ways.
Yeah, what to do in a jam?
It wasn't that boring too. Like it was way better than Star Trek.
Now again, hit the forward assist to make the bolts close. Make sure the bolts close and pull the trigger. So careful, though. Never ride the charger. Let it go. Let it go on its own. So, and like I said, okay, so that's that. I mean, like I said, this is how boring we found Halo. That we'd rather talk about a comic book from the 60s, from the Vietnam era.
I have a cupcake.
Want a cupcake?
I have a cupcake.
That's okay. You have a cupcake.
No, I got one already.
So, okay, well, Halo showrunner
the
Stephen
like
King.
button in the face.
Halo showrunner Stephen King explains that when developing the show for Paramount Plus, they didn't even look or talk about the video games. Halo showrunner Stephen King reveals that when making the show, they didn't even look at the video games. First released over 20 years ago, 2001, Halo Combat Evolved introduced gamers to a new generation of first-person shooters. The Halo franchise has since grown and evolved with numerous subsequent game entries as well as various spin-off properties, including novels, animated shows, live-action shows. After years stuck in development hell, the latest Halo adaptation from Paramount Plus promises, to finally give fans a worthy take on the source material. On a large, expensive scale. Starring Pablo Schreiber as the Master Chief, the Halo show tells the story of 26th century war between humans and an alien force known as the Covenant. Initial trailers promise lots of sci-fi action, as well as plenty of Easter eggs and references to the original games. In addition, the series stars Bokeem Woodbine, Natasha McElhone. I believe that sounds McElhone.
Macklemore?
Is
Macklemore in this one?
No, he's not.
Oh.
Shabani Azmi, Olive Gray, and reprising her voice acting role from the game, Jen Taylor as Master Chief's AI companion, Cortana.
The guy jumped me and he was in the woods taking a shit.
Didn't somewhere report these chuckle effects? I like that, chuckle effects. Went straight to the novels instead of the games. Let me see. In a new interview with Variety, Kane reveals that they didn't actually look at the Halo games in order to make the show. Kane explains that instead, he and the writers delved deep into the characters and the world they were creating, which helped them feel not creatively hampered by what had been done before in the video games. Check out Kane's full comment below. We didn't look at the game. We didn't talk about the game. We talked about the characters in the world. So I never felt limited by it being a game. But the game is your source material, dumbass. Interestingly, the Halo show has already been confirmed not to take place in the same timeline as the games. Timeline. In a blog post several weeks ago, the Halo show creative team explained that the show would take place in newly created Silver timeline, thus freeing up the writers to more fully explore. Means they wanted to do their own thing.
Make some coffee. You sound sleepy.
Yeah. Explore the world without being restricted to what had already happened canonically in the games. There are already confirmed to be several major departures in the games, including the fact Master Chief will be removing his helmet at some point. He never does in the game. In the design of Cortana. While Kane's statement might worry some fans of the Halo games, trailers, as well as behind-the-scenes featurettes, interviews, blog posts, clearly demonstrate the creative team as a whole has pulled heavily from the video games. But they... Listen, you could say you pull anything from anywhere. Members from 343 Industries, the studio responsible for many of the games, have acted as consultants on the show. It was done by Bungie, wasn't it, originally?
I believe so, yeah.
After all, it's likely that Kane, as showrunner, is referring to more how he and the writers developed individual plot lines for the show within the pre-established Halo universe, instead of suggesting games were entirely ignored in all regards. Audiences don't have long to wait to find out. Okay, yada yada. Nobody cares. Who's this tooth? Bel Air Season 2 early renewal made it easier to write. Why is Bel Air's on? Why is that even a thing?
Oh, and they changed everything in that too. Like the sister's a lesbian now.
Oh, she is?
Or the cousin chick, yeah.
Oh.
One's a crackhead. Because diversity.
I still say...
Can you stop making your diverse characters like drug addicts, please? It's just so... It's insulting.
Rebels! $10 super sticker. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Spread the love.
Did you get Sean Russell's super chat there?
Yeah, I did.
I wish Macklemore was in it.
I wish Macklemore was in it. I keep saying, people still talk about, grandma and grandpa got married at Woodstock. Yeah, how are people going to react when in 30 years when they say, yeah, we were married by Macklemore on stage at the Grammys? Who the fuck is Macklemore?
Did he marry somebody at the Grammys? Oh, apparently the Oscars are on tonight. Anybody watching the Oscars?
I got that up. Yeah, the new diversity. Who's this? Is that Reba McEntire? Who's this?
Do the Oscars happen if nobody watches them?
Oh, Reba McEntire is at the Oscars for some strange reason. Yeah, she's got some. What?
Did they? Is there another Tremors movie?
Probably.
That's the only thing I've ever seen her.
Well, she had a TV show actually for a while, which wasn't terrible, but watched a few episodes. Like, okay, this is kind of nice family sitcom. Okay, so Halo is not good. That's the best way we can sum up. It's not good. The Oscars are not mandatory. Damn straight they're not mandatory. So, Micah, how you doing with Elden Ring?
I am grinding some more. I'm almost leveled another level, and I probably have another level's worth of junk that I've looted from these a-holes. Because these guys drop a lot of loot where I'm grinding at.
They're doing a drunk stream?
Huh?
World-class BSers are doing a drunk stream after this?
They got no drunk stream. What are they watching?
I don't know. That's news to me.
Because I was going to play something. I don't know if I want to grind more in Elden Ring or if we want to do...
they're watching the Oscar party here.
Oh.
And fourth annual Academy Awards Lampoon Drunk Party.
Oh, that's right. They do those.
Okay.
Duh.
All right. Well,
I literally forgot it would be Oscars.
I'd probably need to step on Jeff's toes, but when is that going to go on? It should be starting any minute now. So I don't want to step on Jeff's toes, but we'll send you right over there when we wrap up. I don't think we haven't got a whole lot of topics to talk about. Just pretty much Halo just sucks, so that's pretty much the bulk of it. But since this is my show, and I get to talk about something I want to, I'm going to talk a little bit about music and musical gear.
So not Elden Ring.
No, well, Elden Ring. So yeah, you can talk about put Elden Ring up there.
I am on the other computer.
Okay, well, never mind.
Yeah, I'm on my laptop playing, and
okay.
I'm on the.
Well, anyway,
the desktop stream.
So anyway, so I want to talk about. I'm musically inclined. I love music. I love rock and roll. I love playing the old Gitbox, as do you.
Yes, you still need to do a proper like full on singing stream for everybody.
Well, I'd like to have it mic'd properly and do everything.
Well, yeah, but if you're playing acoustic and
That's true. So anyway, so there was another YouTube channel. I don't follow this channel regularly, but a channel I do follow regularly, Phil McKnight, who does a stream called Know Your Gear. He does if you're into music, you're into musical instruments. Any word on? Yeah. Apparently Amazon did buy the rights to the Hobbit. And that is not good. Not a good thing. Morbid wants to know, are you going to stream later?
Me? Yes.
Yes, she
sometime.
will.
What time? I'm not sure.
Okay,
and
what time? She's not sure. But everybody, don't tap yourselves out giving me super chats. I mean, save some. Throw some mechas way, okay?
He doesn't have his back end set up yet. So
yeah, I mean,
he's worried about that he's gonna let it sit there forever.
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, share the love, as we say. Share the love, and please don't share herpes.
Don't share me.
Don't share herpes.
Oh.
So yeah, so Lord of the Rings is being gobbled up by Amazon because Bezos wants to. He's a villain. I don't know much more to say about that. Then that's not a good thing. Because we're going to get 25% different The Hobbit now, 25% different Lord of the Rings, 25% different Silmarillion. No, actually, he didn't buy that.
No, they just got the appendages to that one.
They just get the appendices to that, yeah. I gave my last 5. Oh, no, don't put yourself out. Okay, anyway.
No, don't. I don't want people thinking that I'm like begging either. It's like
no, you're not begging. Like I said, listen.
I didn't say anything. I'm sitting here playing Elden Ring, and
like I said, just like I said, who am I? I'm Robot Shlomo. That's who I am.
Well, you're the guy who did all the work on that other channel.
Yes, I am. That's right. Damn straight.
But
anyway,
that's why you deserve it. So I don't want people to think that like
I said, it's always important to support your favorite YouTubers just by liking and sharing the video.
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, so I want to talk a little bit about this thing here. We're working on any more spoof commercials? You never know. That's something. Any discussion on Elon Musk buying Twitter? I don't know. Is that a thing?
People were tweeting at him to buy Twitter.
Oh, well.
They're asking him to, and he said, should we do another platform?
Well, listen.
Does Twitter need a competitor?
Anytime there's a competing platform, maybe I should bring this up.
Yeah.
I should probably bring this up. Actually, it's not a bad topic, actually.
Yeah.
Now, I think it's always a good thing if there's competition in the marketplace.
See, the issue that I think a lot of people have with Twitter is it's so biased. It's so picky and choosy about when it enforces its rules.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. It's very arbitrary.
Yeah.
And if there's a guy who's going to start a new social media platform, it's going to be Elon Musk. Somebody who has the wherewithal, someone who's very keyed into that thing.
Yeah, but he should just buy this one.
Well, buying it's not going to make the problems go away right away.
No.
But the other thing too is if he buys it, then eventually we're back at square one. If he starts, banning it, he starts banning certain speech. But the idea is that the more platforms there are, if they do well, then you're going to have, let's say for purpose of discussion, Twitch is on the rise now. That means YouTube will be saying, oh man, people are going to Twitch. We got to keep people on YouTube.
TikTok is what YouTube seems is more viable because something like Twitch takes up a lot of server power, of power. Because
I'm not
Twitch
watching or
I
Sean
stream.
Penn melt something.
Yeah.
Sean Penn is a dope.
Oh God.
Sean Penn is a dope because he says, I'm going to smelt my Oscar. Okay, listen, you're going to melt your Oscar. Smelting is when you extract metal from an ore, specifically.
This is why we don't listen to actors on
Will
their opinion.
Foo Fighters ever fight it and not want to fight again? You know what? I'm going to say right now, I'm joining the Foo Fighters. I don't care if they want me or not. I'm joining the Foo Fighters. You're looking at the newest Foo Fighter right here. Dave Grohl, I play guitar. If you want, listen. Okay. I'm gonna be honest. The Foo Fighters stuff is not very technical. Okay. It's not very technical. It's not very complex. I learned to fly in about 5 minutes. And I just guessed what the next chords were going to be, and they were right. So yes, so I am going to be joining the Foo Fighters, whether or not Dave Grohl is aware of it or not. So, Colin, you and 10 pounds super chat, so moolah for you, good sir. Thank you very much. 10 pounds, that's like Doctor Who money. So okay, I gotta come up with something to play, like, for pounds. Did you miss me or something like that? The David Tennant. So okay, so is a new platform needed? He asked. Saturday afternoon, after taking a hit on Twitter, giving platform failing, file free speech, given Twitter. See, the other thing too is free speech rules. I mean, Twitter is a private company. What people misunderstand about free speech is when they talk about free speech and censorship, it is in regard to the federal government. That's the thing. You could say, I could walk outside, walk down the street, say blah, blah, anything I want, Queen Elizabeth is a man, Michelle Obama is whatever, and the government cannot do anything about it. I used to walk around my university, with a t-shirt said state universities suck. And my older brother Lou said, well, what do you do if you kick you out? I said, if they kick me out, then I sue for violating my free speech on the ground that it is a government institution. They receive government money and they have no business regulating my speech. Myzeris, $10. Sean Penn is actually like dumber than his character, Jeff McCauley. Yeah, he is. At least McCauley had taste to hire Van Halen to play his B-Day parties. That was after saving Brooke Shields from drowning. Yeah. You ever watch... Man, Brooke Shields is very, very, very beautiful woman. Not a good actress. Not a good actress at all. Yeah, you like her when she shows up because she's, she seems personable. I don't have anything against her personally, but I don't think she's that good an actress. I mean, she's passable for what she does. In her earlier career, she was just taking off her clothes. So the Academy has a clause given the Oscars say you can't sell it. Nothing about melting it down. Nope. Well, yeah, they don't care. Give it away, sell it, donate it, put it in a museum, dip it in chocolate, do whatever the hell you want. Character never went beyond Blue Lagoon in that range. Yeah, it was just Brooke Shields being Brooke Shields. So anyway, free speech. More than 2 million Twitter users responded to the poll with 7% said the platform doesn't adhere to free speech principles. Well, principles, listen, again, what principles are we talking about? Are we talking about the First Amendment or their own principles? This poll gained traction, was like around for the time, yada, yada. Buy this one. Christina Pushaw, the spokesperson for Florida's Republican Governor Ron DeSantis. Ron DeSantis is an imbecile, okay? I'm going to make some coffee. Similarly, CIA Buck Sexton, yes, Musk question. Buy Twitter or please build one. Save the country from the psycho Silicon Valley libs. March Musk controversial name, meme joke if you sell the Ukraine. Uplane. The plane. Who the heck is calling me? Oh, it's that goofy kid again. Tweeted meme appears to be about jokes supporting Ukraine charging display social media. Ukraine flag. Blah, 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 blah. Tech reporter asked with quoted, wanting peace in that country is so mainstream. Well, this is the wrong one. Why must Billy P always be so tragically flawed? One person tweeted, being LGBT isn't a trend. And I see where you're coming from, but if it's getting too much, using that, another Twitter user wrote, however, Musk expresses support for that place. Another tweet, March 4, hold strong. Well, like I said, he's just kind of going wherever the wind is taking him.
No, I think he should just buy it. He should just buy Twitter.
Well,
and have a zero ban policy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's.
I think we'd probably be better off as a world without it.
I don't know. Listen, it's not a easy. So it's not an easy question to. It's not an easy thing to solve. Okay. And Elon Musk, like I said, the guy's relatively smart. I mean, he did. He did bring us back into space. I think we did the funky drummer. Sound of the funky drummer. So I don't know. Elon Musk is. I don't know. It's got a weird. It's like I said. It's not an easy thing. I mean, yeah, you know what? The tech companies do have a lot of power, but at the same time, we're the ones that drive it. We're the ones that use it. I mean, we could start our, even YouTube had humble beginnings. It started by two guys or something like that. And it grew into this big thing, and Google bought it for $5 billion. I wonder what happened.
Elon could just buy it from Google. He should really buy YouTube.
What happened to the guys who started YouTube? The men who founded YouTube, Steve Chen and Jawed Karim and Chad Hurley, sold Google for $1.65 billion. Three have been away from the spotlight, investing, experimenting with different business ventures. Oh, okay. Well, good for them, though. YouTube's first 10 employees and its founders. So, Chad Hurley, what has he been up to? YouTube, something called Mixbit. Formula, he's involved in Formula One. USF1, that never fielded a car. Never sent anybody to the grid. Hurley, okay, so he's divorced. Okay.
You wanted to talk about Harley Benton, didn't you?
Yeah, I did, but now I went down a different rabbit hole. Okay, so all right, let's talk about Harley Benton a little bit. Now, you're a guitar player. I'm a guitar player. We got people in the chat, no doubt, who are musically inclined. Now, okay, if anyone's unfamiliar with Harley Benton is a company based out of Germany. They're the brand of the music supplier Thomann, which is the biggest music supplier in Europe. I mean, they're kind of like the Sweetwater of Europe. So Thomann they have their own house brand, Harley Benton, which they use to promote their shop. It's not a shop anymore; it's a business supplier, and they make knockoffs of famous instruments, which is kind of, I'm not belittling them, but that's what they do. They make knockoffs of more well-known instruments. Now, recently there's a YouTube channel. Should I say their name?
Nah.
No, okay.
You don't want anybody to like.
No, I'm not going to. I'm not going to say their name, but they called for a boycott of Harley Benton because it said, you know what? Because Taylor came out with this new acoustic design, and they said they pretty much said, listen, this is intellectual theft.
What does the Taylor look like?
Okay, hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Taylor. Okay, Taylor. Let me look up Taylor guitars. Yeah. Let me see what we got here. Taylor I've never been that big a fan of Taylor.
Yeah, I'm more of a Martin player because the
They're very
Taylor's so
pricey.
bright, but they're kind of pricey. They're nice, but they're not like
I mean,
I'd rather just get a Martin.
Taylor new guitar model. Taylor guitar.
Are you kidding me? I finally got a goddamn crossbow, and I've sold all my bolts.
What the heck is?
I got a crossbow.
Okay, what the heck is the freaking thing here? I'm trying to pull up the. Here it is. Hold on. That is, and these guys don't give the name.
That doesn't matter. It's just you're
okay. Well, okay.
hold
Hold on.
Respectfully and
New models. Taylor new models. Let me see. Oh, here it is. I think I got it. No, well, this is the Harley Benton one. Okay, well,
just look over on
Let me look over on Sweetwater or something.
Yeah, or Guitar Center or something. Go to Taylor.com.
I did. They're not giving.
They got a crossbow
thing here. Taylor.
Oh, no, crossbows don't shoot arrows. They shoot.
What do they shoot?
They shoot bolts.
Oh, darn.
I just sold like 99 bolts.
Okay. Okay. Taylor, there's 4 pages of them. So these guys are saying, listen, we've had enough. Oh, here it is. Here it is. This is it right here. So, okay. So this is the new model Taylor that, this is the 12-string version. But this is the new model Taylor that Harley Benton has been appropriating. The T5Z, it's called. Now, Harley Benton has released something similar. It's not 100% the same, but it's indifferent enough. The old 25% different rule. So, oh yeah, take a look right there. See?
Okay.
That is similar to the Taylor. But the difference is that this is sells for about $300.
And the Taylor's what, like the $3,000 or 16?
Taylor's $2,000.
Okay.
All right. Now listen, I understand intellectual property, theft and everything, yada yada yada. Okay, fine. Listen, I understand that. However, actually, and there is a $3,000 model actually in the Taylor. So, yeah. There's a $2,000, a T5. There's a T5. There's another $2,000 model. Now, here's one of the things is that you do need competition in the marketplace. Was Pope Bob in chat? Pope Bob in chat? No, Pope. I don't know. Well, we haven't seen Pope Bob and myself in the same place, and a lot of people are starting to ask questions. USF1, if that was about MasterCard sponsored, there's one hell of a story about how not to start a team. Absolutely, yeah, that was. And I was looking for it. I'm like, hey, we're gonna USA. Because somebody actually said to me one time, it's amazing the United States has so much money, but we can't field a team in F1. I'm like, well, we don't want to. Like nothing. It's nobody wants to back it with anything. I mean, F1's expensive to get into. 25% of the changes made in guitars, female transmit. That's good.
See, here's what I don't understand is like, why do they care all of a sudden? Because all my life, every guitar has different Stratocaster. Like there's a million different Stratocasters out there.
You know how many companies make a Stratocaster?
Yeah, I didn't think that was like a huge thing. You can make a guitar look like other guitars because it's still basically a guitar.
Yeah.
Every guitar is going to look kind of like you've got a 000 body type there underneath it.
Yeah.
And that's like every acoustic guitar manufacturer has a dreadnought, has a 000, has
Yeah,
a
Dreadnought technically was invented by Martin.
yeah, but everybody's got a version of it.
Yeah, everybody's got a version of it.
And it's been one of these arguments like since the dawn of time. So why do they care so much that they're just going to be like, oh, Harley Benton? I mean, maybe because it's like a brand new one.
I mean,
And they're not going with more the classic designs first. I mean, but
a lot of people
single, like there's LTD Les Paul shapes.
Yeah,
there's pretty much every manufacturer has like a Les Paul sort of guitar.
The big issue is, like I said, a lot of people don't want to support it because, oh, well, they're all made in China. Harley Bentons are made in Indonesia. And granted, the idea, like, yeah, granted, if you're buying something that's made in America, you're supporting some American working families, yeah, and everything else. But at the same time, you do need the competition to get people to do things better and to make it not worthwhile, but you do need something to spur something, the companies to keep people honest, so to speak. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
See, now this is a model that I've been wanting to try for a long time. It's a variation on the Les Paul Jr. So check the price of Thomann. The price of Thomann is $185. And apparently this is getting rave reviews. It's not TV yellow, it's mustard yellow. There's enough changes to make it a little bit different. The bridge is different. The headstock is different. It's got a voluted neck. We check the price. Let's check the price over at Sweetwater for one of the real deals here. Or we can check the price at Reverb. We get $950, $600. $600 is not terrible. For the electric guitars, $600, $900, $1,200, $899, $899, $102, $1,002. I mean, yeah, like I said, competition. You gotta have competition. Hey, we could do it better and cheaper. Are Indonesian guitar makers non-title makers? They are. Different shapes, different sounds. Yeah, more or less. Different, a lot of different things. Different wood, different thicknesses. I mean, if it's thicker, you get a more, you get a richer sound because it's supposedly, the pickups are mainly the main thing. Why are some companies more litigious than others? Well, Fender sued, from what I read, about the Les Paul, not the Les Paul, the Stratocaster and Telecaster design, and they lost. So that's why everybody has a Telecaster. Everybody makes a Telecaster. But it's not a Gibson spent a lot of time in the 2000s suing a lot of people under Henry Jeskowitz. So, like I said, there's going to be people that are going to be able to do it cheaper and cheap. Not necessarily better, but they're going to be able to do it cheaper and they're going to be competitive. So, like I said, I don't think it's going to amount to much. I think Thoman's not going to be hit very hard by it. But like I said, hey, but if Thomann, if you're out there, if you're listening, you want me to review this your instrument, I can be persuaded a little bit. American-made guitars have gone crazy pricey. That's the problem. American-made stuff. That is the problem. A lot of the prices have gone through the roof, and even just during the great toilet paper shortage, when used instruments became more expensive than new ones. So people are looking for alternatives, and this is an alternative.
Well, how do they feel though? That's the big thing.
Well,
Like
from
how they
all the
play.
reviews, I can't attest to it myself because I haven't played one yet. But all the reviewers who say, "Hey, these are actually pretty good." Pardon me. I don't know. I'll have to try one. I muted the mic that time. All right. So should we do some animal news now?
Yes.
We're going to do some animal news. This isn't just animal news. Now, this is a PSA. This is a public service. We're going to provide a public service right now. So I'm sure you've all been wondering, if I'm out and about in my daily life, my daily business, doing my thing, and I see a duck walking around, and I want to approach that duck and I want to pick him up, how would
Why?
I go about it?
Why would you want to?
Why wouldn't you want to pick up a duck?
They might poop on you.
That's true.
They might smell bad.
Well, but let's say if you wanted to bring the duck somewhere safe.
Okay.
Hey, ducky, you know what? You shouldn't be wandering around this busy street. Let's make sure you get somewhere you could be safe. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you have stumbled upon a solution.
The internet had.
The internet says Twitter has provided the answer. How to pick up a duck. Who says TikTok isn't good for anything?
Pick up a duck.
So we're all going to learn how today to pick up a duck.
How to pick up a duck. Part 3. Common problems and mistakes. So, you've found yourself a duck.
That's right.
You find yourself chasing after it.
So that's a pretty terrifying scene right there. If you're a duck.
Run, ducky. He's going to get you.
Pick it up. Don't do this. If you're behind, that should remind you that that's wrong. If you chase a duck, it'll run. So get in front of the duck and introduce yourself.
Look, he's got little red booties on.
He says, hello, duck.
And
Hello,
state
duck.
your intentions.
Hello, duck.
Hello, duck. My name is human name, and I'm going to pick you up now. Place your hand firmly underneath the duck, palm side up, and lift. Congratulations. You're now holding a duck.
Aww. You're now holding a duck. Yes, part 3. Apparently, there's 2 parts we haven't seen to this. Let me see. How to pick up a duck, part 1. Let me see. How to pick part 1. Is there a part 1? Let me see.
There should be somewhere. I don't know where.
How to pick it? There is a part 1. How to pick up a duck, part 1. Oh my God! I can't believe there's more than one part to this. So let's check out part 1. We have to explore the series fully. Okay. How to pick up a duck, part 1. Let's take a look.
Is it just him failing? Like,
Let's take a look. Let's find out.
Duck. Step 1.
oh,
Find
he's wagging his taily.
Have you found your duck? Step 2. Place your hand underneath the duck, palm side up, and lift the duck.
Quack, quack, quack.
Congratulations. You've now picked up a duck.
Ah.
Okay, so that's part 1 in this series of how to pick up a duck. Okay, let's see part 2.
They have one on squirrels.
You do?
How do you pick up a squirrel?
How to pick up a duck, part 2. Oh, common problems and mistakes. Okay, hold on.
They don't want to be picky-duppied.
Hold on, let's pick up a duck, part 2. Common mistakes. How to pick up a duck, part 2.
How to pick up a duck. Step 1. Find a duck. Have you found your duck?
This isn't part 2,
Step
this is
2.
part 1.
Place your hand underneath the duck, palm side up, and lift the duck. Congratulations.
Actually, this is a little bit
You've
different.
now picked up a duck.
Okay.
How to unpick up a duck.
Oh,
Step
this is
1.
very informative.
Pick up a duck. Have you picked up a duck?
That's a
Step
duck.
2. Slowly lower the duck until its cheese feet have touched the ground.
Cheese feet.
Step 3. Release the duck. Congratulations.
Ah.
You are no longer holding a duck.
that's
How to pick up a duck.
oh, okay.
Part 3.
Part 3.
Common
Cute.
problem.
Oh, there's a lot more.
No, you've found yourself a duck.
There's a
Your copyright
more of
claimed
these.
it.
Chasing after it. It always
Transform it,
runs away
transform it.
when you try to pick it up.
Okay, we're transforming.
Don't do
We
that.
have the common. Okay,
Transforming it more.
we're transforming it more. So this is quite informative. I've never known there was so much involved in picking up a duck. Those are red slippers on a duck. So okay, let's resume picking a duck.
This.
Failed.
If you're behind, that should remind you that that's wrong. If you chase a duck, it'll run.
That's right. It'll run.
Of
See, he's
course.
got little red booties on.
So get in front of the duck
Okay, check out the guy's shoes, though. I mean, where do you get shoes like this?
and introduce yourself.
Hello,
and
duck.
state your intentions.
Hello,
Yeah,
duck.
pick you
My
up.
name is what?
I'm gonna pick you up.
Hello, duck. My name
It's
is human name, and I'm going to pick you up now.
I'm sure the duck is relieved to know that.
Place your hand firmly underneath the duck, palm side up, and lift. Congratulations, you're now holding a duck.
Someone actually took the time to do this. Imagine that. New achievement unlocked. Picked
Thank
up
you
a
so
duck.
much for watching the first installment of How to Pick Up a Duck.
There's gonna be more. Oh, I'm subscribing to this channel.
You found your channel. You found your favorite channel.
How many people thought picking up a duck was some new phrase? Multicolor island. I don't know. Oh, that's mean. So okay, so that was very informative. I hope we all learned today how to pick up a duck. How to hate how these are split into parts. Get to that freaking point. Do they have squirrels? I don't know. Do they have squirrels? Let's find out. How to pick up a squirrel. A squirrel. Apparently, picking up a wild squirrel. Really? There's somebody did make a video on it. Yeah, somebody did make a video where he's picking up a squirrel.
Of course they did.
Yeah, should we?
They'll just go up your hand, right? They'll just.
I don't know. Well, this squirrel doesn't look very, very willing.
Well then don't.
So he's squirrel. Okay. Look, okay, I got a squirrel.
Oh, look at the guy! Look how big he is.
That's a big squirrel. Okay. All right. Going back down the fence. Oh, look, guys is eating. Okay. All right. Okay, again, I guess. All right. So that's our animal news for today. One word. Why not to pick up a wild squirrel? Plague. That's true. Hear about Buddy the cat. No, what about Buddy the cat? What happened to Buddy the cat?
It's sad.
Well, but Buddy, what happened to Buddy the cat?
It's sad.
Okay, well.
Some guys sicked their dog on him.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, poor kitty.
So they had the GoFundMe, and I think the cat was gonna be. I don't know.
Okay, we've got our duck, but I'm hungry. What am I cooking with it? Oh. All right, everyone. We've been at this for an hour. Jeff is just starting his drunk Oscar party. So, Mecca, when are you doing your stream?
I have no idea.
Buddy fought 2 pit bulls and but is recovering. Oh, good for Buddy. So, okay. So, in the meantime, between Mecca's stream and everybody else and anything else happening, go, if you want, hit up Jeff. You know, he's a good guy. We like him. So, all right, everyone. Mecca, tell them about your channel and everything.
I have a channel. I do stuff on the channel. Subscribe, and I do a Twitch too sometimes.
Mm-hmm. And everybody, I hope you remember how to pick up a duck. Everyone, have a good rest of your Sunday. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. We'll see you next time.